Good evening and welcome to the 30th Annual RAMI Awards Show. I'm Chip Messner with 95.3 The Bull. We have a wonderful show planned for you once again this year. And besides handing out lots of awards, we have a lot of great music to share with you. And we will be giving out more scholarships to very deserving young musicians. So what do you say we get the show on the road?
Nothing's right and you don't get a wink of sleep at night and don't know what you're doing. What touches my hands turns to mud, and what touches my lips tastes like blood, and everything is ruined. So cute, and God gave me 2 feet to shoot, so I don't care where I'm going. You're somebody blue, somebody blue, muddy blue, muddy blue. You're free to stay, not just where do you think you're going? It gives you more what you don't know, what knowing you'll be where you go forever and forever. You're somebody blue, somebody.
Hi, my name is Marty Frantz, and I'm the Executive Director of the Music Academy in Rockford, and it's been my privilege to be in that role for 35 years. The Music Academy is a not-for-profit community school of music, and as such, we are committed to providing scholarship, financial aid, and continuing professional development funds for our students and for our faculty. We serve approximately 1,500 students right now. We are in partnership with the City of Rockford Head Start Preschools, Ryan Jury Early Learning Center, and Montessori Private Academy, which allows us to serve that many students. Our downtown campus is an 160-year-old building, and it's our privilege to see roughly 300 students for private instruction, group instruction in that building in downtown Rockford. We employ 25 artist faculty members. 8 of those people have grown up at the Music Academy, having spent 10 to 14 years studying there before they went off to get their degrees. And they've chosen to come back and work for us because they can't imagine teaching anywhere else, and they like the work that we're doing. And I think that it's important that we pay attention to the fact that these young people are coming back to our community. They are transforming Rockford in a very real, very tangible way, and it should be commanding the attention of all those interested in making ours a more dynamic, progressive community in which to live. We do work hard to make the Music Academy as accessible and as affordable as is possible. We know that what we do helps kids to achieve their full personal potential as well as their full musical potential. We know that every child has ability, and it's our job to help that child develop his or her ability. We also know that not every child has access to what we do. To counteract that, we award about $20,000 a year in financial aid, scholarship, and professional development funds. And that's money that we have to raise every year. Here's the thing, RAMI gets what the Music Academy does. They know that the future of music in our community is in the hands of the kids. And if the kids aren't educated and aren't educated by highly trained faculty members, and if the kids don't put in the years and years and years it takes to become accomplished, and if they aren't supported along the way, then the music industry doesn't have much of a future. The kids owe us nothing for all of this effort and support. But if in the future they come across somebody else who needs financial help, they'll step to the plate. They'll take care of business. They'll say, okay, it's my turn. I have a responsibility to pass this music thing on. We teach them that at the Music Academy. People did that for me when I was growing up in this community, and I've spent 35 years making sure that kids in our community have access to the high quality, affordable education that we provide. And RAMI is my partner in doing that. This year, the RAMI scholarships at the Music Academy go to Sarah Pearl Anderson. Sarah Pearl is both a violinist and a pianist, and to Alfredo Vega, who is a piano student. Their teachers assure me that they're doing a fabulous job, doing everything that they're asked to do. They both enjoy a tremendous amount of parental support, and they have the support of Music Academy and the support of RAMI. And now I want to thank you for what you're doing. You're showing up and you're supporting RAMI and what they're doing to enhance the music industry in our community. They're nurturing the future of our community. Showing up and supporting is important work for every artist, for musicians in particular, and especially right now when it's really difficult for us to share what we have in person. We're reverting to doing it online, and I'm really glad that you're here and that you're willing to support RAMI and indirectly the Music Academy in Rockford. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Tara Harris, and I am pleased to introduce the recipient of the 2021 Gary Wilmer Scholarship Award tonight. This year's group of applicants were probably the most difficult for our scholarship committee to go through. It was extremely close. What set this year's winner apart was her 3 different submissions of performances. She not only did a vocal performance and a piano piece and a violin concerto. It's the first time in 20 plus years that we've been awarding the scholarship. Although we didn't know it when we were going through the applicants, this candidate also has very strong roots in Rockford in the music area. Both of her parents are music teachers and perform with the Rockford Symphony. So tonight I'm very proud to introduce this year's Wilmer Scholarship recipient, who's a Rockford Lutheran singer, to Aria Beert. Congratulations. She has a few words to share with us tonight.
My name is Aria Beert, and I've been playing the violin since I was 4. I've been playing the piano since I was 8, and I've been singing my whole life. However, I started taking voice lessons around freshman year. Through all of this, I've been very busy with orchestras and chamber groups and choirs throughout my life, so music is an extremely influential and important part of my growing up experience. Next, I would like to say thank you for choosing me as the winner of the Gary S. Wilmer Scholarship of 2021. Through this money, I am planning to use it for college. I will be going to Wichita State University, where I will be studying violin and voice performance, so I'll be double majoring in that. And I just again would like to say thank you for choosing me, and thank you RAMI as well.
to my gut, drop me to the ground. Years I've killed with intent to make this work. Buried with the blood I've lost, just gotta say it hurt.
Honey, let's sell our things and leave today. We'll watch this town burn down as we cast away. And into the night we'll ride.
Lock the door and close the blinds. Get our bags packed, wait for me outside. Poison in these veins can't be ignored. All I've got left to say, be with my 44.
Oh, honey, let's sell our things and leave today. We'll watch this town burn down as we cast away. Oh, honey, let's sell our things and leave today. We'll watch this town burn down as we cast away.
Into the night we'll cry. Into the night we'll cry.
Today, the Ramis remember Dave Hernandez. Music was his life. Dave started playing the accordion at 14 and switched to the Hammond organ a year later. His first band, the Chevelles, was born in 1963, one of the first rock and roll bands in Beloit. In 1974, the Hernandez Brothers Band was formed. They played every club between Chicago and Green Bay. Dave joined the Mesquite Band, a modern country band with a taste of rock. They won the Best of Rockford Award from On the Waterfront 5 times in a row. At that same time, Dave played with several local bands like Mr. Big Stuff and the Missing Links, among others. Dave was pretty much a hired gun. Good keyboard players are hard to find. Dave truly was a musical pioneer for a lot of local musicians in northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin. His legacy will live on forever through music. He truly will be missed. Today, the Ramis remember Dave Hernandez. Today, we also remember Alex Francis Lacasas, passed away at the age of 92 in Rockford. He acquired degrees in music, educational administration, and history. He worked as a teacher for 50 years and loved painting houses during the summertime. He had a passion for classical music, teaching, composing, and even owning a music store. He was a master of many instruments, but the piano was where his love for classical music lay. He served as a conductor for the Italian Choral for many years and was a recipient of a Rockford Area Music Industry Award, better known as the Ramis. A dedicated and proud veteran, Alex traveled all over, and he loved to serve his country overseas as an MP in the U.S. Army, receiving a World War II Victory Medal and Army of Occupation Medal as well too. Today, we remember Alex Francis Lacasis. Our next recipient for the In Memoriam Award for the Ramis is James Vanko. James was born in Pennsylvania and he passed away in Oregon, Illinois on December 1st, 2020 at the age of 72. James loved playing baseball, enjoyed playing music. He was an avid Penn State fan and accomplished tuba player and bass player. Especially in his later years, Jim loved freelancing, playing stand-up bass and tuba in many bands in Northern Illinois. He enjoyed life to the fullest, including raising his family, working on old cars, fixing radios, and playing his instruments. He was greatly appreciated for his passion for music and made lasting impressions on everyone he met. He was an amazing music mentor to many and also a good friend to all. Today we remember Jim Vanko. We also remember today Paul Javerick. Paul was born January 3rd, 1962 in Sioux Falls, North Dakota. He passed away on April 2nd of 2020. Paul was a longtime resident of Rockford, graduating from Keith School. He was also an altar boy, a Boy Scout, and a volunteer for Big Brothers Big Sisters of America, and was also a volunteer for the Contact, which is a crisis center. He was a founding facilitator of an organization called Group Hope. Paul was a bass player who learned to play bass from his brother Tim. He started playing bass at the age of 16. He was in a group called Crossroads for about a year, but he also played in a variety of other bands as well too. Paul is best known for being the bass player in a band called Puppet. Mark Dahlgren from the band Puppet said about Paul that Paul was the best bass player he had ever known. Today, we remember Paul Javerick. Today, we also remember Stephen Griglione of Sycamore, who died on Friday, November 27, 2020, in his home. He was 70 years old. Stephen was born September 9, 1950 in Morris, Illinois. He received both bachelor's and master's degrees in education from Northern Illinois University. Stephen opened Mr. G's Music Store in 1977 and served the community for 43 years with outstanding music education. Besides enjoying time with family, what made him most happy was spreading the joy of music through live performances and teaching his students at his studio. Today, we remember Stephen Griglione. Today, the Ramis remember Timothy Michael Burbine. He was born on February 14, 1976. He died on December 1st, 2020 from leukemia. Timothy had the pleasure of playing with a lot of bands such as Indifference, Man Main Man, LOC, Endra, and Mindrop. Timothy also played on the rock stage at the 2002 On the Waterfront Festival. He was also a performer at local Bazooka, along with Seven Dust, Nonpoint, Mushroomhead, Filter, and Gravity Kills. He also did some time on the road regionally with his band Mindrop. Today, we remember Timothy Michael Burbine. The next person that we would like to remember at the 2020 RAMI Awards in memoriam is Valerie Mae Brown. Valerie was born November 8th on 1952. Died June 18th, 2020. She grew up in South Beloit and attended South Beloit High School. Valerie was a very compassionate registered nurse. She also had a gifted, beautiful, angelic voice and was a skilled bass player and also had a career in many musical performances. Today, we remember Valerie Mae Brown.
Good evening. Tonight, the RAMI Awards are going to honor a beloved husband, a father, a bandmate, and a friend. It is with great sorrow that I speak of this man, but it is also with great honor and passion that I speak of this man who we called TC. TC's love for music began early on in his young days, playing in bands when he was in middle school. It was at this time that he played in a band called the Owl Shop. Playing one afternoon at a middle school dance, he met the love of his life, Janet. Many years later, they married. And after that, they had a child named Christina. Christina remembers driving down the road, laughing and singing along with her dad and enjoying it. It was his love for music that inspired her. Not only that, but then she gave birth to 3 grandsons for them. And those grandsons were not without. TC made sure that whatever instrument they wanted to play, they had it. He wanted them to have the same love of music that he had. Later on, TC and I met in the early 90s. He was a teacher and a principal here in our area. In every school that he ever taught at or was a principal, he was heavily involved with the music programs, making sure that they had what they needed. He and I wanted to form a band. We started talking. He knew some people, I knew some people. We finally got the right guys, and thus Clutch Cargo was born. For the next 27 years, we had a great time singing. When I would hear him sing, honestly, he didn't need a mic. His voice was huge. And whenever he would sing at night, you could see his face would beam, and you knew he was in the right element. He also had a great sense of humor. We were playing one night at a country club, and for all these doctors. And he gets up there, he looks around the room, he goes, "Welcome everybody to the father-daughter dance." We as a band lost it. We started laughing like crazy. The wives started laughing. The doctors, not so much. I tell you what, though, as time went on, there were those times that, you're on those road trips. Some of the best conversations are at 2 o'clock in the morning. This is when TC, we didn't talk about music. He talked about the love of his family, loyalty to the friends, and just being a good, kind-hearted person. But I tell you what, we won our first RAMI. I can remember going to his house, waking him up, much to Janet's chagrin, and telling him, "Look, we finally won a RAMI." He was happy, you could tell that. I said, "Because you made us all stick it out." But here's the thing that really got us. When we got inducted into the Hall of Fame years later, TC, we made sure his name was on it. You see, he had been struggling with some health issues, and they were starting to wear him down. He was always 100% on stage, but you could see that he was starting to get to him. When he finally made the decision he could no longer do it, we understood. We didn't like it, but we knew when he talked, everyone listened, because we knew if TC had something important to say, we were going to hear it out. Well, his health issues got the best of him. But here's the thing, he never let grass grow under his feet. Whenever I would talk to him or run into him someplace, he would say things like, that he and Janet had bought a new or an old Civil War home and they were restoring it. Having fun. He focused on the positive, not on his health. Well, unfortunately, as fate would have it, we all got that call last June. We were devastated, to say the least. At the graveside, even with COVID, a lot of people showed up. People from other bands, people with Clutch Cargo t-shirts on, and people who wanted to pay their respects to the man among men. TC, what we, Clutch Cargo, wouldn't give for one more gig with you. But you know what, TC? We'll have that gig again someday. You will put the band back together, and we will hear your voice booming like it used to. TC, you're missed. So much, you have no idea. Rest in peace, my friend.
98 and a half. Ready?
This is the springtime of my life, the second season I am doing. You're the sunlight in my room, so it isn't hard to feel. Watch the light so it was the summer last night. Think for me, cause all day. Speak to me only when it is to you I guess ain't so hard to these things are clear to all from time to time. The seasons of motion, like the moon and rise and fall. This is the wonder of devotion. I see the touch we all must hold. This is the mystery of devotion. On a soul, they must fall.
Right now, I'd like to announce the inductees for this year's Hall of Fame members. And you wonder, how do you get into the RAMI Hall of Fame? Well, if you win your category 5 times, then you are inducted into the RAMI Hall of Fame. Here's the Hall of Fame inductees for this year. Jamie Veldman, Kelly Stewart, Miles Nielsen and the Rusted Hearts, Shifty Schaefer, and Tanya Nicholson. Congratulations. Welcome to the RAMI Hall of Fame.
The nominees for Lighting Technician are Alex Columbi, Chelsea Lewis, David Wilson, James Hendrickson, Steve Knack, and the winner is
Hello, this is David Spencer, and I have the honor of reading the nominees for the Live Sound Engineer category. Bill Houtkamp, Colin Edmondson, Mark Ingram, Scott Ford, Steve Peak, and Troy Oakley. And the Rockford Area Music Industry Award goes to
The nominees for recording studio are Little Beck Records, Superstring, TVR Recording Studio, The James Carrat Project Studios, Underground Squirrel, Wolves Home Productions, and the winner is
Hello, this is David Spencer, and I have the honor of reading the nominees for the Studio Sound Engineer category. They are James Carrat, the James Carrat Project Studios, Jason Zarnowski, TVR Recording Studios, Jordan McDonald, Little Beck Studios, Larry Williams, Wolves Home Productions, Michael Banks, Superstring. And the Rockford Area Music Industry Award goes to
Hey everyone, I'm Bill.
And I'm Jim from Bill and Jim's Most Excellent Acoustic Adventure.
Hey, we are presenting the Ramis for traditional jazz and classic rock. Good luck, everyone. In traditional jazz category, the nominees are Firelight Dimmers, Groove Hotel, Maladrino. And the winner is
And for the classic rock category, the nominees are Bootleg Soul, Floyd and Associates, No Dice, Rock Surfers, Soul to Soul Band, and Universal Joint. And the RAMI goes to. Congratulations, everybody.
What's poppin'? Gary S. Wilmer, Rockford Area Musical Industry Awards Ceremony Show 2021. Yes, it's me, your girl Red from the Red Band. And you know, when I say Red Band, what you gonna say? Ready every day. Now that's the lick, baby. You know, it is such an awesome privilege to be asked to be a part of this virtual ceremony again. All of our musicians, sound people, lighting people, etc., and have been stagnant extremely too long due to these treacherous pandemic issues. I pray everyone is staying safe and cautious. I've been given the illustrious opportunity to announce the nominees in 2 phenomenal categories tonight. I would love to announce the nominees for my first category, which is Tribute Band. My fabulous nominees are 80 Reasons, Chip Messner, Flannel Days, and That Girl. And the winner of this prestigious Tribute Band Award is Oh, don't think you getting rid of me that easy. You're stuck with me, baby. Now, for my second category, down to the nitty-gritty. The nominees for the pop band category, and they are Blind Date, Good Karma, No Comprendo, Shuffle This, The Gilligans, and The Sensations. And baby, the fabulous winner of this pop band award is...
out of the water. Keep away from the devil's daughter, coming up out of the water. She's coming up out of the water. Keep away from the devil's daughter. Keep away from the devil's daughter. Calling she's calling the sirens calling, calling.
Welcome to the 2021 RAMI Awards show. We are the OGMC. And we are very proud to announce to you the nominations for the Female Vocalist Awards for R&B, Jazz, and Funk. And the nominations are
Amy Nichols, Jessica Brunini,
Gina Mix,
Nikki Aldana,
Valerie Brandt Sodermans.
And the winner of the RAMI Award is... Welcome back to the 2021 RAMI Awards show. Once again, we are the OGMC. And we are very proud to announce to you the Female Vocalist Award winners and nominations for the rock, pop, and country categories. And your nominations are...
Heather Camacho.
Jill Jett, Leanne Leonard, Little Miss Whiskey,
Renee Scrivano,
Stephanie Jennings.
And the winner is... Welcome back to the 2021 RAMI Awards show. Once again, we are the OGMC. And now we are very proud to announce to you the nominations in the category of Male Vocalist Awards for the rock, pop, and country category. And the nominations are...
Brian Till.
David McCluskey, Chad Foster,
Rifat Hassan Coley,
Scotty Van Blazen,
Zach DiCarlo.
And your 2021 winner is...
The nominees for Acoustic Rock Folk Cover are Bill and Jim's Most Excellent Acoustic Adventure, Chad Foster, Danny Graham's, Distilled, the OGMC, and Sunset Stripped.
And the RAMI goes to... The nominees for the category Acoustic Rock Folk Original: Acoustic Millennium Band, Christopher Lewis, happens to be my nephew, Paul Bronson, Solar Acoustic, The Lone Canary.
And the RAMI goes to...
The nominees for the Country Bluegrass category are Blue Steel, Dead Man's Hand, Rollin' Whiskey, and Swing Billy RFD.
And the RAMI goes to...
Something deep down in my soul said, cry, girl. When I saw you and that girl walking by, I would rather go blind, boy, than to see you walk away from me, child. So you see, I love you so much, and I don't wanna watch you leave me, baby. Most of all, I just don't wanna be free. No. I was just sitting there thinking of your kiss and your warm embrace, yeah. When the reflection in the glass that I held to my lips now, baby, reveals the tears that was on my face, yeah. And baby, I'd rather be blind, boy, than to see you walk away from me, yeah. And baby, I'd rather be blind, boy. Most of all, I just don't wanna be free. Just don't wanna be free, no. And baby, I'd rather be blind. Most of all, I just don't wanna be free, no.
Hi everyone, this is Keith Servillis from the Singin' Swingin' Pack Rats. Stay tuned, appearing soon. And the nominees for the category of music teacher, guitar, percussion, vocals, pop, rock are Bob DeVita, percussion, Greg Whitson, Joel DeLuna, John Hartman, Mike Kelly, Mike's Music Box, and Rick Pemberton. And the RAMI goes to And now for the category of music teacher, strings, horns, vocals, classical, jazz are Joel Ross, Ken Stein, Mark Baldwin, Michael Barrett, Rachel Handlin, Rebecca Asher. And the RAMI goes to
Hello, my name is David Spencer, and I have the honor of reading the nominees for the blues category. Catfish Bernie Meese, Dave Potter, Pops Flesher, the Ivy Ford Band, and the Rockford Area Music Industry Award goes to
The nominees for Classical Instrumentalist are Joel Ross, Catherine Swope, Kerry Nodal, Mark Bolden, Michelle Leakers, Rachel Handlin, and the winner is
Good evening. This year's RAMI Community Service Award recipient is a Crossroad Blues Society and their founder, Steve Ford. Crossroads was started in 1994 primarily to oversee the launch of their first blues festival in 1995. While the festival got moved to the back burner, CBS became actively involved in numerous other community-centered events in the following years. A significant portion of CBS efforts goes into administering the Blues in the School program. The program brings local, regional, and nationally known blues artists to area schools to teach students about the blues music by mixing performances with interactive lectures. Since its inception in 2002, Blues in the School has provided nearly 600 programs for over 90,000 K through 12 students in Northern Illinois schools. In 2010, Crossroads brought back their music festival, first in downtown Byron, and starting in 2014 at Lyron Park south of Rockford. The success of the festival has helped fund the Blues in the School program as well as other Crossroad projects. In 2018, CBS started a scholarship program for post-secondary study for music students from Boone, DeKalb, Ogle, Stevenson, and Winnebago counties in memory of Charlotte's Web co-founder Karen Howard. In this past year, when the COVID pandemic sidelined so many performers, CBS started a grant program for qualifying blues performers. It awarded up to a $500 grant in exchange for the artist contributing a track for a COVID blues album. Crossroads has begun offering virtual guitar lessons for school children. Currently, there's one student from Auburn High School and 5 from Lewis Lemon participating. They are working on involving additional schools. And of course, there are the many national acts that Crossroad brings in year-round to perform at numerous areas venues like the Lyron Club, Open Anchor, the Nordloff Center, Berkeley Museum, and others. In short, the Crossroad Blues Society continues to be a vital force in the area's music scene. By providing education, performances, and support for artists, students, and fans of the blues, they contribute to the vigor and diversity of the area's music community. The RAMI Committee is proud to present them this year's Community Service Award. For more information, go to crossroadbluessociety.com. Thank you.
I don't wanna lose this good thing that I've got. She closed her eyes and held her breath. The doctor's words rang in her head. 2 teenage daughters she'll leave behind. A few months and she'll be out of time.
How y'all doing? Y'all say hi to Kenny. Woo, Lord. You guys want to hear an OGMC original? We got any bike riders in the house tonight? Make some noise if you want to get on your 2 wheels sometime soon. Get up in the morning, go and bust my ass.
Hello, my name is David Spencer, and I have the pleasure of presenting the Outstanding Achievement Award to Mr. Jason West. Jason was born and raised in Rockford, Illinois, and started playing drums at about 10 years old. His father, Rick West, was also a drummer. He stopped playing when Jason was young, but he held onto that drum kit just in case Jason wanted to pick him up when he got a little older. Jason started listening to the music of Deep Purple, Cheap Trick, among others, teaching himself how to play. At the age of 12, Jason got a call from his uncle Gary, who had a band. The band's drummer decided he didn't want to play one evening, so at 12 years old, Jason not only played that night's gig, but made an impression and started playing with the band full time. His mother had to drive him to every job because he was so young, and also performed with a local band, the Firebirds, all the way through high school. Jason had the pleasure of playing with many local artists over the years. There's a long list of great bands. Around 1998, Jason packed up and moved out of Illinois to Sarasota, Florida. He joined up with blues legend Sherman Robertson and had extensive tours which included all throughout the United States, England, and Europe. In 2000, he joined up with metal band from Sarasota called Neurotica. That band included singer Kelly Schaefer from Florida and the death metal band Atheist. At this point, the band signed with SmackDown Records and was invited and performed on the Ozfest tour in 2002. After the Ozfest tour and the first album release, the band unfortunately disbanded. Next, Jason got a call to move to San Antonio, Texas to join industrial metal act Pitbull Daycare. They toured the U.S. over the next 7 years and released 2 records. In 2007, he got a random call to play drums for Skid Row and Sebastian Bach on an upcoming tour with Guns N' Roses. He has great memories of playing live with those bands that he grew up listening to. In 2011, Jason had joined the Murder Dolls, which features Wednesday 13 and Joey Jordison of Slipknot. He joined them mid-tour in Australia for the Soundwave Festival tour, and his first experience playing with the band was in front of 10,000 people, and he never had a rehearsal. After that, he got offered to play with Wednesday 13 in a solo band touring the world and playing on 4 albums, which included Calling All Corpses and Monsters of the Universe. In 2018, Jason joined Union Underground and remains part of that touring lineup as of today. These days, he's also been quite busy playing with outlaw country artist Creed Fisher on a new record and playing live shows. He's been all over the map as far as music goes, and he's been all over the map as far as playing goes. I'm honored to call Jason a friend, a former bandmate, and now the recipient of the 2021 RAMI Outstanding Achievement Award. Jason, congratulations.
As the world it burns.
My first contact with this year's RAMI Lifetime Achievement Award recipient took place at Maggie's Pub in the late 70s. At least, that's the way I remember it. Rich had moved to Rockford from Cicero a couple of years before, received his broadcast license while working at WRWC and moved to Y95 in mid-1976. The night in question he was involved in some sort of station-sponsored listener party featuring the band Jam Track. Again, that's the way I remember it. I had just moved back to Rockford and knew little about the local music scene or radio stations. I did not listen to much local radio at the time, but that night the beer was cold, the band was good, the station people and crowd were having a lot of fun, and I left thinking that the Y95 people must be okay. Fast forward a few years and I owned a live music bar that spent a large portion of its advertising budget with WYBR, later WXRX, where Rich was part of the on-air crew. I think it was the fourth stop in his dash to fill his radio station bingo card. The bar became a convenient watering hole and venue for the WYBR folks, and we started playing the station during the day both for the music and to critique our ads when they came on. Eventually, the 2 weekend shows hosted by Rich Gordon that were dedicated to classic rock and blues became staples for the bar's cleanup and repair crews as well as a few day drinkers. Rich's shows were a cross between the original AOL-FM radio shows and the hip eclecticism of stations like WXRT in Chicago. They were consultant-free collections of songs that the DJ thought were important, or cool, or just plain quirky, that often followed some subtle thread and were always accompanied by stories or music trivia. I loved it. Unfortunately, there is not a lot of demand in smallish markets for doing rock programming like that. An occasional retro lunch hour will feature 80s new wave or some such, but basically playlists will come from consulting firms. So, Rich's weekend rock sessions eventually disappeared from the airwaves. Fortunately, he had much more long-term success with his blues shows at various stations around the area. He was doing some form of the Sunday morning blues from 1987 through 2017, and he continues to do regular, bluesy, weekend fill-ins at WNIJ. For his work at various local stations, he has been nominated 3 times for a Keeping the Blues Alive award given out by the National Blues Foundation for commercial radio, blues programming. He has always been a willing volunteer for many of the area's music-related not-for-profits. Most notably, he has spent considerable time over the years working with Charlotte's Web, the RAMI Awards, the Crossroads Blues Society, Groove Walk, and On the Waterfront. Having served with him on some of those committees, I can state that his calm demeanor, pragmatism, dry sense of humor and nearly bottomless font of obscure musical lore made him a valuable addition to those groups. And of course, I cannot wrap this up without mentioning Rich's role as a founding member of the Basement Blues Band. BBB entertained regional audiences at clubs, festivals, and special events for 34 years. Anything that lasted that long was probably not born under a bad sign. So, in recognition of well over 4 decades dedicated to the performance, preservation and advocacy of the blues genre and its many offshoot branches, the RAMI Critics' Choice Panel is proud to present this year's Lifetime Achievement Award to Richard J. Rich Gordon. Thank you, Rich.
Hi everybody, I'm 12-string Mike and we are the Acoustic Millennium Band. We're doing this year's Indie Alternative category, and the nominees are as follows. The first nominee is Evil Zenith.
Law and Love.
Long Shot.
Purple Hell.
And the 19s.
And the winner goes to...
Hey everybody, it's Gypsy Woman from Acoustic Millennium Band. I miss you guys so much. I can't wait to get out there to visit with you guys again and jam. This year's nominees for hard rock metal covers are as follows.
Amperage.
Kilborn.
Prowler.
And Rat Baxter.
And the award goes to
Hey TV Land, 12 string here in AMB. We're going to introduce the category of Hard Rock Metal Originals. And these are the nominees: Master Plan, Relic,
Solar.
The Fallen Few.
And the award goes to
in the bayou dear, where the alligator like to play. One night in the willie there, and the ship that never went away. So me and my brother there, we went a looking for the golden sea. We're back in the bayou dear, where the alligator like to play. My brother there, we went looking for the produce. Went back in the bayou there, where the cypress and up to the trees. When then leave my brother there, we got the golden things and ran away. One night in the willie there, he had a booby trap waiting to stay. One-Eyed Willie, folks, by AMB.